Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far? At least it hasn't been ruined today. Welcome to the original Sunday morning Leicester City football show. Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. So it's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, run by us fans and here for you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion really matters. So get them comments in. Let's get going. It's kick-off time. Come on, you Foxes.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.
Morning all lads and lasses. For some reason it's only on YouTube and Twitter today. I don't know what's happened with Facebook today. Something's not working on there. So much appreciated for you joining us. Anyway, I've not got a lot to talk about this week because not a lot's happened. Not a lot has happened at all. He hasn't got the sack, which I was very surprised about. I thought he would get the sack, but it proves now to me that he will be here for the whole of this rest of the season, even though we've lost 13 out of 14 games. Let's bring Reedy in. Reedy's there. How are you, pal? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. Not a lot's going on this week, is it? Which is a little bit bad, isn't it? Something would have happened.
Well, after you see my thoughts last night, I'm not annoyed that it's not happened. I'm not annoyed that he's not gone, but now it's just getting ready for Man City because it is only just over a week away now, isn't it? So I get the point of it, but I don't know. People are going to be like, why is he not gone? Why is he not sacked? But I just feel you give him the chance in the Championship, and that's just my opinion. Again, not everything this season, while we've lost 13 games out of 14 or whatever it is that it's just down to him. It's just not. You've got many reasons why we've lost this many games this season, and for me, it's mainly down to the quality of the players.
But I keep going on about this, but a good manager would have got a tune out of them players.
I think he has over his period. I think he's had a tune out of them for a lot of the season.
We've lost 13 out of 14.
But a tune doesn't mean wins.
We've won 2 out of the 16 games.
No, hey, I'm not saying a tune in the team makes a win. I'm just saying we've seen glimpses this season of how he wants us to play. And like I said last night in our group chat, that everyone reacts to in the moment stuff. The reason why everyone wants him gone is because of the amount of losses we've got. At the start, when he first came in, we got a very good win against West Ham. We got a good draw against Brighton after, yes, not being too great. But then there was a lot of results where you even said at times, how many times can we keep saying performances and not get results? And for me, the performances were there, but the problem why we didn't get the wins is because of issues in the players. JJ making that many mistakes in that period of time. Then you get Woyo in, and now JJ's improving. But you can't against Man United, the last game. Well, I'll use that as an example. The chances we had in that game, we should have easily scored. We should have easily scored with the chances we had in that game, but we didn't. And that is down to the quality of our scoring ability now. And like Aggie says there, we're Rudy's clueless. Like if we went into the Championship with Rude, and then we got straight back up with him, who will remember this moment?
You mean when?
if we get relegated, if we go straight back up, if we do this with Rude, will people come back to this moment and say he's useless? No. They'll be all buzzing that we've gone back up with him. Like that it's all in the moment stuff. And I'm only saying this because I'm trying to be realistic in the fact of I'd rather this sort of manager go down and hopefully bring us back up than swap it out now. Yes, to try and stay up, and if you don't, then if someone like a Sean Dyche comes in, then we don't go straight back up because the football's like not worse, but I prefer more of a tactical style of football. You all know that, but you never know. It could be even worse under one of them managers when we go down. It's not easy in the Championship. I'm just saying the way we did it last season.
Like Mark Foster says, it's a result business. 13 out of 14 negative results means he should have gone. Yes, he should have gone. I totally agree. How can Reedy? I don't understand how people can keep saying, and this may be people are going to say, oh, you're argumentative and you're always good. But it's 13 out of 14 we've lost. How can a manager go on like that, week in, week out? 13 out of 14 games. That's what people have got to think. 3 points out of, 42 points. 3 points out of 42. There is no way, I'm sorry, there is no way that we would have been in this situation if Cooper had still been here. Right? We had one scoreless game for Cooper, one against Man United when we lost 3-0. We've had 11 since Rude's been here, 11 scoreless games. That tells a huge difference. We kept one clean sheet. That was under Cooper. Even though you said, we were lucky. Doesn't matter. We were lucky. You know, the least amount of clean sheets we've ever kept was 2 back in 57 and 58. 2 clean sheets. That's the least amount. We're going to break that record. We're going to break that record. There's so many records we're going to.
Hey, I understand that this sort of form is sackable offences, and I get the point of it. But right now, with 9 games to go, I think it's too late to get rid. I really do. Yes, you can bring someone else in.
Rodgers was got rid of with 9 games to go.
Yeah, and we got relegated. Yes, it was close, and it was closer. And it was closer. We were only, I think, 2 or 3 points off at that point. But we're 9. This is like a 95% chance of going down. Like I'm not saying, I get the point of where people are saying about sack him now. That if they wanted to, they should have got him last. They should have got rid of him last week while we're in the international break. But I don't. I will back him in the Championship to try and bring us back up. Yes, it's not easy, but the way we did it last season, with a lot of the same players we have this season, Fatah we were at. I've got Mavadidi who showed his quality in the Championship. Yes, I know he's not Premier League quality, but do people really think bringing a different manager in now would realistically change anything for this season? I honestly don't.
It's too late for another manager now. Even I admit it's too late. That should have been done. It should have been done last week. Then a new manager would have come in and he'd have had time for something to happen. It should have happened weeks ago. Not just this week. It should have happened absolutely weeks ago. This should have happened.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And the thing I'm worried about is the same as what Chris is worried about. League One. I can see that coming up. I can really see League One. We're going to drop like a stone.
But did you think that last time we went down 2 years ago?
I thought exactly the same. I thought we were going to have a couple of years in the Championship and rebuild. I was very surprised how
I think
the Championship was last year.
I think our main squad depth and what we've got is near enough to the same level as what we had last time in the Championship. And the fact of, yes, we haven't got Jules Briel. Yes, we haven't got Jules Briel. But in my opinion, if we do keep on someone like El Canouse, he could absolutely rip it in the Championship. I think the quality's better there than passion and fight, which I get Jules Briel did have. But I even if I was to give Rude 10 games in the Championship and see how he did, if he didn't get to the level, then you would sack him.
But then again, you say, oh, give him 10 games in the Championship. But then you're giving someone else another window, a summer transfer window, to bring in their players, then give him 10 games, and then they're bringing another manager that's got to wait until their January transfer window, where there might not be any money. So I don't think you can allow to be...
But then you'd have the same...
Now,
then you'd have the same situation as what we had with Cooper, in the fact of he brought all of his players he wanted in, all the old fogies who didn't want, who are off everyone else's books to come to us. And
the old fogies, Harry Winks wasn't an old... Oliver Skip was an old fogey, which I know he's not been the best of players. I know you've got Ayew and Bobby Decordova-Reid. They're the only two old uns that he bought.
Well, yeah, but it's more down to the system he wanted to play. He brought them players in for the system he wanted to play. Now Rude's got to deal with... I'm not trying to back him. I get the point of everyone wants him sacked, and there's a reason why for that, and there definitely is. But what I'm saying is Rude had to come into a team where a lot of the players that we've got who were brought in aren't good enough for his system. Yes, he's been playing Ayew and Bobby Reid, but it's because no one else is performing. Mavididi, if I'd had Mavididi in the team every week, but he's not performing. That's the difference. He's having to play what he's got.
On that point of you saying about Ayew and Bobby Decordova-Reid, Steve Cooper was only using them as impact subs. They were coming on at subs. Neither of them started. Very rare. Decordova-Reid, I think, started one game under Cooper. Ayew hardly started a game, again, maybe 2 games. But then as soon as Ruud van Nistelrooy came in, they started, and look where we are now. They were being used as impact subs, which is what they are.
Well, yeah, but Cooper, instead of bringing Cooper using Ayew as an impact sub, meant that Fatu didn't get in because Fatu weren't playing either. He was playing Casey McAteer, or he was playing someone else.
Well, yeah, I get that, but no, because Fatu
is my camera
frozen now. When did Fatu get injured? Was it October or November time?
I can't remember.
Somebody tell me. But then Ruud brought them in. Ruud was using the players that we all knew wasn't going to be the best, and that's what then all of a sudden the confidence went down and down and down. And I just really, it's just one of them things. I think a lot of people would agree with me that Ruud has to go. And Reedy, I think you've frozen.
I have. I'll be back in a second.
Rightio, I thought you had. There you go. Anybody wants to join me, there's a link there. I'll put the link in. I'll put the link in again if anyone wants to join me. There we go. Come on, let's get some new people in. Nick, I know you're watching. Come and join me. Somebody click that link and join me. But like I'm saying, we're going to break records left, right, and centre this year at the fewest home goals we've scored. We've scored 50. The record is 15. That was in 01-02. We've scored 11. We've scored 11 at home with what? 4 home games left, is it, or 5? I can't remember which way it is. The fewest points in the top division, 28 was the most least. The most least? Is that right? The most least? Fewest points, the most least points was 28. We're only on 17. We've got 9 games to go. Are we going to get are we going to get them 11 points we need from the next 9 games? I don't think we will. We need literally half the points again to get above our total. At least we're above Derby County's thing. That's one thing. Gray says when we get hit with a points deduction, we don't know. Will we even be able to spend? Who knows? Tony says fewest attempts on goal in the league. Don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You've got Vardy up top. We've only scored 2 goals. We've only scored 2 goals in this year in 2025. Ben saying Falcao was our best player under Cooper. Absolute shadow of himself now. Ruud has finished him. Yes, totally agree with her. Bowen Naughty was, weren't he, Ben? Bowen Naughty was our best player. Ruud's come in and he just hasn't used him, hasn't done a job. I'm not sure what's happening. Will Vardy ever get to his 200 goals? No, I don't know. He's got 9 games. I think he will finish this year. I think he will finish his 9 games this year to get them 2 goals. He hasn't scored in 6 since the Spurs game. We've gone 6 goals, 6 games without scoring a goal. Agge, remind me, we had a spell in the 80s, might be about 85, 86, that we went 6 games, 6, 7 games on the trot without scoring. You must have been there. I'm sure it was 85, 86 time that we went 6 or 7 games without scoring a goal, which is our longest run. We've lost 7 on the bounce at home without scoring. That's the most ever in a top flight history. Reedy's trying to join. Hello, Reedy. Technical problems, was it?
Yeah, I'm using my phone as my webcam, so it's a bit technical.
You mean, I thought your mum might have been using the Wi-Fi more than you, so I thought that's what it was. We're just talking about, in general, how the records are going to be broken this year. For the wrong way, they're going to be broken. The most home goals conceded, 41, and we've got 30 so far. The most goal difference, 44, minus 44 is the record. We're on minus 40. We're breaking records for the wrong reason, where we used to break records for the right reason. I'm just going to bring Nick in.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Nick. How are you, pal?
Yeah, not so bad. How about yourself? Well, yeah, it's no football this weekend,
good.
so I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, so it's not been too bad, is it?
It's refreshing. I'm quite.
No one's
like
got
this.
to get upset about anything, is it?
No, it's nice. I could get used to this.
Oh, I don't know. I've been waiting for the old corner flag sign to come up with a flag waving, saying breaking news, but it's not happening, isn't it? It doesn't look like it, does it?
There's no point. Let's be fair. There's no point. Wait till the summer you're gonna have to wait till the summer at the earliest, and then we start refresh again. We're not going to get a transfer embargo. We're not going to get a points deduction because we've broken no rules. You know, the one that they were investigating has been wiped off. We're in the new sort of 3-year cycle now. So just you know, bring somebody else in with some fresh ideas and potentially somebody different than a Ruud van Nistelrooy type player, because the owners need to wake up and realise this style of football, while certain people like Reedy and other people like that style of football, it doesn't work. Look at Maresca, right? Look what's happening at Chelsea now, yeah? We'd probably be in the same position if we kept Enzo, because we've got playing this style of football still, and it doesn't work. It's all right if you've got the players that can do it.
I would disagree with you on that, Nick. I don't think we'd be in such a bad situation.
I think because of the system,
I think we would.
I think because of the level we were playing last season and the consistency we were doing it at, going into the new season with the same plan and same stuff, instead of going from Enzo to Cooper, I do feel like it was a bit more of a settled way of playing into that team next season.
Even though I didn't enjoy the style of football, I think continuity breeds success. I'm not saying we would have won anything, but I think with Enzo being here, I would have hated it with the style of football, but I think we wouldn't. I don't think we'd have been in such a bad situation. I think we'd have probably still been flirting with relegation, but I don't think we'd have been in such a bad situation.
All I'm going to say is Southampton, they were playing a similar style to us last season. How's that worked out for them? They kept hold of Russell Martin too long, and now they're on record to beat Derby's record that's lasted, 15 years? It's all right if you can do it. If you've got the players...
It's longer than that.
2008.
It's longer than 15 years, and it seems ages ago. Is it really only 15 years?
2008. It's close to 15 years, isn't it? Well, it's over 15 years.
Wow, I thought it was longer than that. Wow, it seems a long time ago. It seems longer than that. Anyway. Wow,
no, it's all right if you can. It's all right
anyway.
If you've got the players that can do it. So, but we ain't. And also, Reedy's point earlier on, he said,
Reedy, you're talking about Southampton. Would probably even lose to Southampton.
We should have lost against them away.
Yeah.
They were dominating us 2-0 by half time.
And the old fogey bailed us out.
Yeah.
Well, it was mainly down to Fatawi, but that's my opinion.
Reedy, look, you made a point earlier on.
That was the home game last year when we beat them 5-0. That was Fatawi.
you made a point about we'll bounce straight back up because these players that we've got now are close to what we had the last time it happened under Rodgers and Dean Smith. You saying me that Hermansen's going to be staying around, Fataru's going to be staying around.
Fataru will,
We'll
because he's
lose.
injured.
Maybe Fataru, but I'm
I
telling you
will give
now,
you
Max
Hermansen.
Hermansen will be gone.
Yeah,
Quite a lot of
and
them will go.
I know I've
Vardy
got
will retire.
We've got Stolisic. I'm sorry, but for me, right now, you can't do any worse than Hermansen because he's conceding 3 goals a game.
Yeah, but he's been put under the pressure from the back. It's up to the back line to make sure that pressure's not on the goalkeeper in the first place. That's their job.
I do agree with the fact that I think Hermansen saved Cooper's games a few times as well. So
I'm telling you now, Rita, you're
we
too
won't
young.
keep
You're
Hermansen.
too young. I don't even think you were born. But when we went down, and I've said this to colleagues all week at work who are City fans, I've said this reminds me. We went down under Taylor and Dave Bassett when we were still at Filbert Street. We bounced straight back up with Mickey Adams when we had Paul Dickoff, Brian Dean. We brought in the likes of Sir Les, and then we had the La Manga debacle. Then we went down. Then look what happened after that. We stagnated in the Championship, flirted with League One, and it took us, what was it, Jamie? Nearly 15 years, 10 years to get back to where we were.
Something like that. Something like that.
And this if you think,
about 12,
you
13
look at
years it was, yeah.
This is it's going to happen again.
I get the point
History's
of
repeating itself.
I get the point of that. But what I'm saying is, last season in the Championship, everyone was saying, "Oh, we won the league because of the quality of the squad and how much everyone cost." For me,
Yeah, they did.
It is kind of the same situation next season. We should be getting at least playoffs, at least with the players we've got. We've still got Mavadidi. We'll still have Fatawu. We'll probably have Okanus. No one's going to come in from, hopefully. There's players in this squad that are quite too good for the Championship easily. We showed it against QPR earlier this season. We absolutely slaughtered them.
Okay, then I'll throw back at you that argument. Luton Town.
Yeah, maybe
last
so.
season nearly stayed up,
hold on, Nick.
and you would have argued they would have had enough to bounce back up.
Go on, Jamie.
No, hold on, Nick. I was going to say we beat QPR this year 6-2, but we struggled to beat them at home last year. Well, we lost to them at home. We lost to them at home 2-1. The Championship's not as easy as you think, and I think honestly, I said this earlier. I think our squad is weaker than what it was last year.
Hey, it might be weaker, but I don't think it's that much weaker. Like, we have lost the likes of Dennis Pratt from last season. We have lost Kelechi and Acho from last season. I get the point of it, but there's still too much quality in that squad for me to not have a good chance in coming up. It might be the case, like Nick said, it might be the case we are a Luton Town and we might get relegated, but the squad you've got, I don't think can it be anywhere near that for me. Did you think that we're going to get relegated again to League One from last year? I don't think so.
I didn't think we'll get relegated to League One last year, but I certainly thought it was going to be tougher than what it was.
Our expectations were top 3, top 4 at least.
Hey, we nearly threw it away though under Enzo. Let's not forget.
We did. What I'm saying is, what would your expectations be next season? What would your expectations be next season if you're in the Championship?
Realistically, mid-table in the Championship at best. Because I don't think King Power will put us in the money to re-strengthen.
I've frozen again.
It'll be mid-table at best. I really do.
Yeah, it's just you and me then, Nick. We have. Where we go? Here we go. Tony says we have £100 million training ground, and we're talking about Luton Town.
Yeah, but that's
true. That's the team they're going to be playing next year.
Centre park. It's not a training ground. It's a bleeding glorified centre parks for the players. At least when they were at Beaver Drive, it kept them grounded. They had to go through bloody, council estates with people struggling to make ends meet. It kept them grounded.
I've said this. I want to. Nick's put that. No, it was Reedy that says, "Where do you think we'll finish? What do people think? How do people think we'll finish next year? Because we're bound to go down. No matter who. I want in the comments what people think where we'll finish next year." A1 Hardy says Nick's talking sense is always the first time. Thing is, though, he's not had much to worry about this week because Leicester haven't played, so he's got less on his mind to think about. Reedy's managed to sneak back in. Let's get Reedy in. Reedy, yes, that's better. Reedy, you're back now. Our board decisions are like Jamie's paella, a bit fishy. I don't actually do paella at the bar, Keith, to be honest. I don't do paella. Jasmine saying, I think the M is from mid-table, I think. Yes, it was because she's put it there. Burnley and Sheffield United haven't struggled. No, they haven't struggled. But Scott Parker, did he come this year? Or was he last year? Has he had 2 years? No, he's had 1 year there, hasn't he?
He's had 1 year.
Because company left Burnley. So he's done literally what Enzo's done. He's come in and he's got them up. With this squad, Mark Lanning said, with this squad relegated from the champion, that's what I'm worried about. I am really worried about that.
It's mental. It's mental how you think the quality of the squad is that weaker. It's mental. You've still got your, other than Vardy, you've still got your best, probably 2 of the best wingers in the championship last season. You've got midfield.
The game's not played on paper. That's the problem.
No,
You've got to be up. If they've got no fight in them to do it, they won't do it.
Did we have fight when we went down last time? I don't think we did. We had the same situation where we were losing games.
No, we didn't.
But so why do people think that it's all going to just be going down and down and down and down and down? Next season we'll have a refresh, get new players in, get a new system going and knowing what we need to do from pre-season. It all starts from pre-season. We didn't know what Enzo Maresca was going to do. Like it could be, Rude could run away with it, and people are going to slap.
He won't run away with it, Reader.
You never know.
He'll walk because he's been lied to.
If we're going to have a rebuild, for next year, surely we shouldn't have let Cannon go because he would have been a quality striker in the championship. We shouldn't have let him go. Vardy's not going to be here next year. Vardy's not going to sign another contract in the championship. If we happen to stay up, I think he might have another 1 year, but I think he'll finish this year. I know he doesn't want to finish on a negative note for his CV, but I think he will finish this year no matter what league we're in. He definitely won't be able to win the championship. And he looks like he's going Galatasaray. Manson will be off.
I think the quality of the players we will have should be top 6 quality, but it all depends on how we react from this season. That I will say that it's how we react from this season. If you get a complete reset and go again into the championship, like we did with Enzo Maresca, it's if you do change the manager or not. People might think it might be the best to change it, but like Nick said when he first came in, I don't see the point in getting rid of him right now. There's no
point doing it. We are down, so there's no point.
You've just got to make the
point changing it. You just got
to make the decision. You just got to make the decision if you want to get rid of him at the end of the season or keep him for next season. That's the choice.
I think you wait till the end of the season, as painful as it's going to be, and as let's be fair, it's going to be frustrating watching them go down with a whimper like we did the last time. We're just going to have to suck it up and just wait till the summer. That's as best we can hope for.
I mean, I can't even see where the next goal's coming from, let alone the next points.
Wow.
I really can't.
I can't see it. Just be thankful we've got more than Derby's record. That's the only positive you can take from the season.
I mean, like Andy Meadows, where's that commenter? Andy Meadows has said here, bring in the youth. I've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks. I keep saying bring in the youth, but...
You can't play Monga, though. That's the problem. He's not allowed because he's 15. I agree bringing in Jake Evans, certainly. Give him some first thing.
I'm not sure about this one. There's a certain time you have to be born by. Yeah, but
I don't know.
I think bloke from Arsenal played and he was 15. I think there's a certain date, just like your school age. When you go to school, that's your certain date.
Let's be fair. If he's as good as what people are saying and making him out, and we're having, I've heard rumours that we've had stupid bids from Manchester City to buy him out right now. If that's the case, get him in the squad. He can't be any worse than what's on the pitch at the minute, can he? But it's got to be an age thing.
I don't know what the rules are. I was told that it was a certain he can play because of his age, and then I was told he can't play because it's like your school year that you're in a different year depending on what time you were born.
Yeah.
And if you're born after a certain date, you go in one year. If you don't, you're in the other year. And I think it's something similar to that as well.
Maybe.
Well, I'm just going to bring. I think it's Sean. Yeah, let me just bring Sean in very quickly. Morning, Sean. You all right?
I'm fine, you?
Sean?
I'll drop out, Jamie, because
pal.
I've got to go and pick up the
It's
in-laws.
not been the best of times for football, has it?
No.
Okay, then, Nick, we'll speak to you later, pal. Be good, mate.
Well, there you go.
Do you think...
Go on, Sean.
Yeah. I do think we might be in the championship this year. And I think they will score because...
I wish we would score, pal. I'd love it. We'd score the goal.
Yeah, but Bobby Boyd beat in the champion what's it called?
Championship, pal.
We might. Yeah.
Do you think, Sean? Do you think, Sean? Do you think Ruud van Nistelrooy should get the sack, or should we carry on with him? Should we keep him?
Well, he's doing a good job now. It's just it's not his fault, and I do think it's John Mr. Boy who does the transfer window.
Yeah,
we need to sack him.
There we go. Sean says we need to sack him, Reedy. What do you think about
that? No.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. But I'm with you. Sean. I think we should sack him, to be honest. Everyone's saying hello, Sean, because you haven't been on for a while. Good morning. Jasmine says good morning. Mark says good lad, Sean. Gray says God loves Sean. Keith says hello, Sean. They're all saying hello to you, pal. Do you want to give us a quick before, because we've nearly finished, Sean? Let's give us a quick one of your normal shout outs to Leicester. Go on, before we go, one of your normal shout outs. Go on, pal.
Okay. Come on, Leicester. Come on, you can do it. And if we can beat them again and again and again and again. Come on.
Good lad, Sean. Good lad, Sean. That's the positivity we want to see. Not us old duffers in the background here, but really, he's got some positivity, hasn't he?
Hey, I have as well. Come on.
All right, then, Sean, cheers for joining. You joined right near the end of the show, mate. You have to join a bit earlier next week, pal. We shall speak to you later, Sean. See you later, pal. Be good, mate.
Yes.
See you later, Sean. There we go. There's Sean. Long time. I haven't seen Sean for ages. Well done, Sean. Sean, great. Yes, he probably does, actually, doesn't he, Mark? Yes, he does, doesn't he? But, Reader, what more can we say now, to be honest?
I've got one last thing to say.
It's a tough week, isn't it, when... Oh, here we go.
Who saw the man of match performance against one of the best players in the world? Yannick Vestergaard. Man of the match performance against Ronaldo. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, but the guy
best rated
international stage, and they play with international. They go with international stage, and they. Oh yes, sorry, I forgot. Yes, Aggie, I forgot about that. Richie Collins is in hospital. Get well soon, pal. He's been on a few times as well. Sean for director of football probably couldn't do a worse job. Yeah, I noticed Alcudia scored as well for Morocco. Ayew scored for Ghana as well.
Mm-hmm.
They can score and play. They can score and play well when they leave Leicester. Faze came on as sub, I think, did he? Vestergaard played for Denmark.
Played out of his
So
shoes.
they can do it when they play for their international teams.
Hey, great. I don't
He's
care
nearly as
how old
old as-
Ronaldo
he's
is.
nearly as old as
I don't care how old he is. He's still the best player in the world. I don't give a shit.
What, above Yannick Vestergaard? Even or Patson Daka? You think he's better than them two?
Maybe just.
Maybe just. Oh, Reedy, what we're going to do next week, because it's FA Cup week next week and we're not in it, are we?
I'm frozen again, but I'll still talk.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's all right then. It's FA Cup next week. Another blank week. At least they haven't gone away for warm weather training. They could come here and have a bit of spell of warm weather training. Would be nice. But it's going to be another week, isn't it? Another week. We've got Man City on the Tuesday. Gray thinks that's the best thing you've ever looked at when you're frozen.
Yeah, probably look better now, and I'm not mooning around. I look good there, just smiling.
Yeah, we'll have none of that on here. Right then, I'm going to let you go because we're coming to the end of the show. We can't keep talking about football all the time. There's too much football at the minute with international football, which is awful. So, Reedy, I'll let you go. See you later, pal. Be good.
Adios.
You're welcome, pal. Right then, lads and lasses, thanks for watching. Even though Reedy had some technical problems like he normally does, just a little bit of homework for you. Please like and share whatever platform you're watching it on, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, maybe not Facebook today because we've had a few technical problems with Facebook. I'm not quite sure what's on there. Cheers for watching. Come and join me next week. There goes the final whistle. Ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Todd's Vane. Has he gone yet?
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.